Well, hey, Harley, give me a few minutes. Um, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Mark. Uh, but he's asked me to have you take a look at something first um, before he gets a chance to speak to you. Um, so bear with me. We're going to run this, and I'll see you back here in a couple of seconds.
When you buy meat at the grocery store, you look for steak that's bright red because it looks the freshest. But many supermarkets use a special gas in packages that keeps the meat looking fresh for much longer. The process is safe, but Lisa Guerrero reports some people think it could be misleading consumers.
Looks bright red and juicy, but this piece of meat is not safe to eat. Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days. So how could it still look so fresh? It's because it's being packed and gassed in a special process that most people never heard about, using a harmless amount of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which keeps the meat looking fresh and bright red.
How long through this process can you make a piece of meat continue to look bright red?
To look red. A long time. A long time.
2 days, 3 days?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Weeks.
Dr. Ed Mills is a professor of meat science at Penn State University, and he says the color of the meat doesn't necessarily indicate it's fresh.
The consumer can't believe their eyes.
Because the consumer can't tell to look at the product that this is 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. They have to look at the sell-by date on the package.
To demonstrate how well carbon monoxide gas works, we left 2 cuts of lamb out at room temperature. One was gas-packed, the other no gas. After a few days, the untreated meat turns a dark, unappealing color. But the gas-packed meat stays red, even after being left out for 8 days. The only visible sign of spoilage is the package puffing out and a bad odor when opened. We had the meat analyzed in a lab, and it's no surprise that both cuts are loaded with bacteria.
Probably after a few days in room temperature, it's not fresh, but it looks fresh.
Without refrigerated storage, I can't assure that the product is safe to consume.
A consumer can't look on the ingredients here and see that there's gas added to this package.
No, they'd have no way of knowing it.
John Nicolai heads a union that represents butchers in New Jersey. He thinks meat should be fresh cut in stores by trained butchers.
Tell the consumer, put up a big sign saying, we do not cut any fresh meat in this store.
He told us to talk to this union butcher in New Jersey.
All of the meat that I see here in this display wasn't actually cut here.
No.
None of it's cut here.
Nope.
Do the customers really know that there's gas in some of this packaging?
I don't believe they do know.
They don't know that.
It's like in the Army, don't ask, don't tell.
The gas packaging has been approved by both the FDA and USDA, and the North American Meat Institute says it has been used safely in meat products for many years.
And you'll never want to shop a place that does anything but fresh meat. So what that means is that you'll always want to go to just a fresh meat shop. We cut our meats every day, fresh cut from the loin, not frozen. We don't freeze our steaks. Our total freezer section of our steaks or our pork chops or whatever it might be is 1 square foot of our 4,500 square foot store. Our fresh packs every day are fresh cut. So what that means is that when you get steaks from us from our packs, we fresh cut them that morning, we vac seal them in tubes for you, and then we either deliver them to your home or you come and pick them up. If for some reason you get something from us, like steaks, that are semi-frozen when we get there, that's because we might have them in our truck at 10 a.m. and we have a freezer truck, refrigeration/freezer truck, but we keep it at 15 degrees. So they start to freeze as they're on their way to your house. But be assured, all of our steaks are fresh cut the morning that we deliver them to you or that you pick them up. We never package, ever package our meats with carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, That simply will never happen. They say that's safe amounts, but I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm not quite sure I'd ever put my lips around a tailpipe on a vehicle, okay, and suck in that gas and think that it's safe for me. Just not the way that we would ever operate our business. So be very careful when you get grocery store meats, guys. And again, it's not everybody, but I can tell you it's the majority, and it's a lot of them.
Pretty interesting stuff, huh? Well, let me show you what I found when I went down there. Now, this has taken me a few weeks to get all of this together because I went down there 3 different weeks in a row, 4 different weeks in a row, something like that. I haven't been able to catch the seafood run on Fridays. Unprecedented access, let me tell you. When you get down there that much, these are some incredible people. His staff is on the money and on the ball. So let me show you some of those clips I got, and I'll be back.
Hey everybody, this was a little bit tricky to find. As you'll see, there's plenty of stuff. I got into the store, but this is a shopping mall. As you can see from everything behind me, there's a lot to find down here. So this is not just a shop to hit a meat market. There's a ton of stuff down here, everybody. It is worth the trip. And there was a minor error with my order. They're still going to deliver it to the house just because the truck's not in yet. Talk about stepping up and having your back. Alrighty. Hey everybody, check this out. This is far more than what we were led to believe at Hartsville Meats. And we get into the Hartsville meat section. And this place is absolutely loaded. Hot sauces, here you go. I know, you guys wanted a closer up. And I do not see an address on those guys. For you barbecuers, this is the place. They're loaded. And meat counters galore. Take your pick. It's here. Now, I don't see much of the seafood selection. But again, everybody, this place has got it going on. And this is where we want to go.
And we'll be announcing, guys, here our new second location that we're going to be opening up here very soon. And exactly where that location is going to be, we're just finalizing that currently right now, but we hope to have that open within the next 90 days or so for everybody, to make it a little bit more convenient to be able to shop with us. My phone number, guys, is 330-495-1881. That's where you can reach me on my cell phone from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. You can text me at that number as well if you have any questions. And when I say that, guys, I take things personally. So what that means to me is that if you need to contact me, contact me. I'm here for you at any time, any questions that you might have. And lastly, guys, if you have an issue, and I can tell you, I can guarantee you, you are going to have, okay, an issue with us every once in a while. We are not perfect. And what that means is that, you know, 1 out of 100 orders, we might forget something, okay? Or, you know, we might be a little bit late for delivery sometimes. I mean, we are not perfect. And I can assure you that somebody out there that's listening to my video will have something that doesn't go exactly perfect with us. Instead of giving us a poor review, guys, just call me. That's all you got to do. You call me, I'll take care of you. That's the way I've always worked. We'll work out whatever it is to make sure that you're taken care of. For example, and this is exactly what's going on, if I must tell the truth, I'm driving right now to downtown Cleveland to go to our seafood distributor because we were short lobster tails for one of our orders and it didn't get delivered to us. So I'm going to the distributor to drive down there, so therefore I can deliver 2 lobster tails to somebody's house that we forgot. It's 100% our fault. The lobster tails didn't show up to us on time, but the customer did. And I want to make sure that they get their order that was due to them today. So I'm driving downtown right now, 2-hour round trip, just to ensure that they get their order, because that's the way we handle business.
So that's what's going on. Now, these big meat processors that we're talking about, one is currently listed in a lawsuit for dumping waste in the Gulf of Mexico. We have issues. We have issues. We've got to start boycotting these giant meat packing companies. Our best interests are not being looked at. The FDA guidelines are not being followed. Didn't want to turn this into that, but it is what it is. So again, if you're concerned about your meats, this is one here in Ohio. I challenge any and all of you to please go out and find one in your state and put up a video like this so that we know where to order from, we know where to go. Okay? As far as your fruits and vegetables, I'm the author of the Green Wizard's Guide. You want the best yard, you want the best garden, get the Green Wizard's Guide. It will change everything for you instantaneously when you start going organic. This is just a guide, everybody. My experiences, what I've done, what works. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.